What is your American dream?
My American dreams at this moment, living the blissful aspect of knowing that I could be free of my detachments. If I could detach anything that is creating pain, and that this country has allowed me to become the best version of me, I think that is called the American dream for me.
The American dream too is about realization. The most important thing in my life is to find my home. I'm so grateful to be living in America, and it's such an experience for me. To connect with my soul is the way that I'm living my American dream.
Living the American dream in the wildest dream. Yeah. Who would have ever thought that I was going to live in New York City, having these amazing choices and possibilities? America has been the best gift I ever had because it has allowed me to become the best version of who I am.
Everyone has a right to the American dream. What is your American dream?
My American dream is for Trump to be out of office and for we build bridges, not walls.
My American dream is to own my own business and just thrive and be wealthy.
My American dream is the NFL.
My American dream is to get a brand new president.
My American dream is that we collectively recognize each other as human beings, and that we don't pass judgments based upon color, but we pass judgment based upon accomplishments.
My American dream is to be lucrative in my business, and then also I want to be able to give to different ministries, different causes, people who are in need, to help them come up. If I manage to do that, I live my life.
I want to be the best soccer player in the world.
My American dream is to become a game designer because I'm really good with computers.
My American dream. Well, there's a lot going on right now, especially with the kids who are being separated from their families. So, I mean, the ultimate American dream for me would be to get all these families back together. It's really important. I mean, I couldn't imagine just being so young and separated from my family.
My American dream, I want to be a baseball player.
My American dream is just, I want to live in a world where we can all collectively live as a community and together and be able to thrive and impoverish without racism and hatred, and, you know, just a non-judgmental world that we can all live in.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Groundhog Sam!
Can you be the bartender and?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I need to get you behind the bar.
Me!
We've got a bar right here. Throw some alcohol right here at the bar.
Wait a minute!
You be the bartender and?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I need to get you behind the bar.
Oh! Hello, everybody! Groundhog Sam here. I was just watching Brad's show After Hours. It started yesterday on YouTube. Yep, that's right. Brad and Kim and Yo-Yo will be popping up on YouTube intermittently for exclusive content after Brad's show live. Last night was so much fun. But what is this about Yonathan bartending? What about me? If they're going to be drinking, I'm going to want to hang out with them. Everyone knows Groundhog Sam enjoys a nice cocktail now and again. I could be their bartender. I know a thing or two about mixology. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, did you miss yesterday's episode of Brad's Show Live? Well, in case you did, Brad spoke with Spar Bernstein's tax attorney Carmela Walrand and criminal attorney Paul Hirsch about Paul Manafort's tax fraud case. Very interesting. You know what? I think I need to talk to Carmela about how I'm going to pay my taxes this year. Don't forget to subscribe to Brad's Show Live on YouTube to get notified about the show and Brad's Show After Hours. What's on today's show? Well, you're going to have to watch and see. Enjoy. I'm going to talk to Brad about getting involved in this.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. It's Brad Show Live. We are on Tuesday, August 15th, halfway through the month of August, which is a little sad for me because I know what happens in September. It's the end of the summer.
Don't say that.
So, no, I have to say it. So I want everyone to go out and enjoy their summer for the last 2-3 weeks. The official end of the summer is right around the corner, but we don't really want to talk about it, do we? No.
That's depressing.
It's depressing. I like summer.
Summer's fantastic.
Summer's nice. It's sunny.
I've already heard people be like, yay, pumpkin spice lattes. No.
No.
None of that.
No.
I want green leaves.
That's
I
right.
want sunshine.
Right. Beach balls.
Beach balls. I'm
Sand.
not ready. Yeah, I haven't even gone to the beach yet.
Neither have I.
Really?
Yes.
Brad.
I've been to the hospital twice, but the beach, zero. Hospital, 2. Beach, nothing.
That's not a good
welcome,
summer.
everybody. My name is Brad Bernstein. This is Brad Show Live. And I have to say hello to Malia Loban Martin, Jeff Bosey, Bossy.
Yeah.
Jeff Bosey, Bossy, or Bossy.
Yeah.
Okay, I watched his YouTube video today. He was very funny.
Did you?
Yes. He gave me permission to play it, but I don't think we're ready for it. But they called him Jeff Bosey.
That's because that's his name, Brad.
Okay, I've been calling him Jeff Bossy.
Yeah, you have.
And Bossy.
Yes, you have.
But not Bosey.
No. But
one day I will learn the Brad Squad. And welcome to Mika, Malia Loban. And by the way, it was really funny, very good. Congratulations. And you know what I'm going to ask everybody in the Brad Squad to do before we say hello? If you're doing something kind of cool and you want to share it with us, like Jeff did, share it with us. Send us an instant message. You can send me an instant message on Facebook. You could send Belgium Kim an instant message. You could email us also. And we'll put up our email, or we can say our email. It's not a secret. I'm brad@lawsb.com. Send us a video you want to share with us. And if you're doing something cool or fun or funny, we will put it up as part of our Brad Squad. We'll put it in our Brad Squad group.
Absolutely.
And we will also show it on the Brad Show, because Brad Squad is definitely part of the Brad Show. Or if you're not doing anything cool or funny or fun, but you're doing something with Brad Show, we don't use the word paraphernalia anymore. What is the word we use?
Swag.
Swag. Brad Show swag. I'm not up on all the lingo, but if you have some Brad Show swag and you want to, you're doing something with the cup or the T-shirt that we will be sending out, we will put that up there too. We want to feature Brad Show people, Brad Show Squad.
And listen, they are aching for it. I saw Marsha Whitaker today in the waiting room. She gave me a big hug.
Right.
She was excited about her mug, but she was like, I need that shirt now.
How come she didn't come say hello to me? Where was I?
I don't, you know what? She almost didn't say hello to me. If you guys are in the waiting room and you see us, say hello.
Or ask to see us.
Yeah, we'd love to see you guys. Brightens my day.
So hello to Mika, Malia Loban, Martin, Patrona Collins, Jeff Bosey, Bossy, Barbara Lord, Eris HB.
Eris HB is new and in it.
In it.
In it.
Kamisha Theowell, Barbara Lord. Who else is new and in it? Carol Anderson, the Tiger. We know her?
Oh, I think
we think we know her a little bit. Lisa Bling Rose, never heard of her. Who is she? Who's Lisa Bling Rose?
She's brand new. She's
brand new.
But she looks fierce.
Belgium Kim, don't know her either.
Nah, she's not important.
Donna Roden, how are you? And I said Malia Loban Martin. Who else we got
Nadia
here?
Lewis Wallace is new, I think.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes, hello. A lot of new people, right?
That's right. Hello, new people. You know, I didn't even go over to YouTube.
What about Dornette Bryant?
Oh, girl, we know you.
What about Caston Redwood?
Caston Redwood has been in the comments for like the last couple of days.
Yeah.
Brand new.
Brand new.
Dropping in nuggets. Thank you, Caston.
We like Caston,
Already
right?
loving us.
Rita Ritt, we've known for a while. Yvonne Steele, CC Mitchell, David Gabriel.
Oh, this guy.
Yes.
This guy. Try to take me out.
Try to take you out.
Ghosted me.
That's right.
Ghosted me in the comments.
Allen, Anna Tomaszewski on YouTube. How are you? Anderson, Andy, Kool Aid, Terry Ann, Jareen. Is it Jareen Facey? Bringing in a question right off the top here, and Camila Cope, Natalie Fuckerson.
Be nice.
Fuckerson.
He says, trying to hold back the laugh.
Fuckerson.
Wait, what's your favorite county?
Suffolk. Suffolk County. That's how I say it. So hello, everybody. And we have a new thing on Facebook that just came out today. Yeah. So for all of those of you who are watching and you want to be notified every time we come live, if you're on your mobile device and you just kind of click on the video, a description of Brad Show Live will appear on your mobile device. In the top right corner, there is a bell. Yep. If you click on the bell, it's a see first. That means that every time we come live, you will see us first. Otherwise, there is no guarantee you will see us ever. So you either see us first, or there's no guarantee you see us ever. So please, everybody, if you do want to make sure that you are notified every time we come live on the air, you have to press the See Us First button.
Yes.
Number 2. For those of you who enjoyed Brad Show After Hours last night on YouTube, we will have a repeat performance at 7:35 on the dot. We are going to end our show at 7:30, and then we are going to go straight into Brad Show After Hours for about another 15, 20 minutes. Much more casual Brad Show Live, I would say.
It was a chill vibe.
It was a chill vibe, right?
Yeah.
We like that?
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's a great decompression with the Brad Squad, because I feel like it's even more of a conversation. So,
but yes, Tamika Nelson says on Brad Show After Hours, I got to stop cursing. This is the same woman, I think, who said yesterday, hey, put the kids to bed. Yeah. This is after hours.
It's after dark.
After dark, after hours, it's over 21 only.
See, Donette said, I love the After Hours show. That's the time to pull the wine glasses out. And that's a fact, Donette.
That's right. And Denisha Castilla said she liked it as well.
Yeah.
But the only way to see Brad Show After Hours or After Dark, or see what happens after the Brad Show is after show.
Yeah.
We don't know. We keep naming it something different every day.
Getting answers.
Dawn Harriet just says button. Button what?
Button.
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 But if you do want to see it, you got to subscribe to YouTube, because if you do not subscribe to YouTube, you will not be notified when Brad Show After Hours comes on. Now, for this first week, we are going to be doing it right after our show. But after this week, there is no guarantee when we will come on.
You never know.
It's a pop-up show.
It's pop-up.
Pop-up out of nowhere. And so to be notified, it could happen at 3 in the morning from Yonathan's living room.
Right.
Could happen at 2 in the morning from my living room.
Yeah.
1 in the morning from Belgium Kim's living room.
No, it'll be in the club for me.
Yes. It could be midnight from Ma Dukes.
Right.
Could be 11 from Carol Anderson the Tiger. You never know where we'll ring the doorbell and do a show, right?
We'll be like Publishers Clearinghouse with no money.
Can you imagine we just ring Ma Dukes' bell? Hey, Ma Dukes, it's midnight. We're doing a pop-up show from your living room.
You guys say you love us. Let's find out how much.
That's right.
Alan on YouTube said you're looking good today, Brad. He said he likes the suit.
You like it?
I like the suit as well.
This was a last second.
Yeah.
It was a last second call on my part.
Yeah.
Because I was wearing the shirt all day. I usually change for the show.
Yeah.
And then I put on, and then I saw the jacket that I brought to wear for the show, and I said, oh, looks good with the pink.
Looks sharp.
I was going to put it on with the white shirt.
No.
But I went summer.
I think we've all decided that we want you in more colors.
Yes. And
by all I mean me.
And I want you to know.
Yeah.
I don't want to say this is a record, but it's a record.
You don't want to say it, but you're gonna.
But I'm gonna.
Yeah.
7 days in a row shaven. I don't think it's ever happened before.
It's especially not in the
So
summer.
what I've decided.
Yeah.
If you want to see me shave for tomorrow.
Yeah.
We better hit 700 shares.
Wow, you're going to give them Scruffy Brad if they don't.
Scruffy Brad tomorrow if we don't hit 700 shares. I am dead serious.
The ruthlessness.
I will not shave ever again.
You won't shave until they hit
700 shares.
That sounds like a plan, Brad.
I'm going to be happy that they don't hit 700 shares.
Oh, man. I don't think they're going to be able to hold out.
Carol, if you like the clean look, we better hit 700 shares.
Yup.
Because if we don't hit 700 shares, I'm going to tell you something. You ever go to Borough Park and you see the Hasidim Jews?
Yeah.
I'm going to start looking like one very soon when you don't hit 700 shares.
Like, are you going to rock curls and everything?
I'm just not even going to cut. I'm cutting no hair. It's going to be like some crazy man.
It's going to be a crazy mane. You're going to have a long mane. Oh, that's amazing. It's like No Shave November, but no shave ever.
No shave ever. Now, I want you to know, some of the Brad Squad would like to see that, I think.
I think they would, but I think most would not. Although Denisha John did say you can come knock at her door at all hours of the day and night.
But Denisha, it's to do a show. That's it. Let's let's take a step back here, Denisha. This is why I'm knocking on the door. We're bringing a film crew. Okay, all the clothes are staying on, and I'm just answering immigration questions.
Yeah, it's not as sexy as it sounds.
It's not a like.
What?
It's not a. I don't want to say.
Okay.
This is PG. This is not after hours already.
Trust me, if you don't want to say, then you probably shouldn't.
That is correct. Meanwhile, nobody cares whether I shave or don't.
Really, you guys?
They're not going to share. What are we at sharing right now?
They don't care now, but they're going to care 3 days from now when you are rocking a hard scruff.
That's right.
24 shares.
Hell yeah. I'm not shaving tomorrow. That's for sure.
He's not going to shave all
And I know Cordella said she's going to come here and shave me with a broken bottle.
But out of love. Out of love.
That's not going to happen either.
Shelly Anja thinks it's hilarious. So yeah, it sounds like you are just never going to be shaving again.
People are never going to be like, how long? It's going to be a battle of wills.
Yeah.
You ever see a battle of wills?
Like a battle of wills?
A battle of wills between Brad Squad and Brad.
That is
Who's going to break first? Will Brad Squad hit 700, or will Brad look so bad with a beard down to here
that he's gonna have to
shave?
They're gonna change the Geico logo to "So Easy Brad Could Do It" instead of a caveman.
Exactly.
That's the point where you're gonna be like, I gotta
That's what's gonna happen. Right. So easy. Brad the caveman.
Brad the caveman.
Carol Anderson said I'm being held down by the entire squad. They're going to hold my hands down. They're going to sit on me. God knows what they would do.
Oh, man. Wow. Tanisha got real. She was like, well, Brad, if you don't shave, the squad will just leave you alone with no audience.
That's wow.
Savage. Tanisha. If that's the game, you would cave first. She's not wrong.
No audience. But I will not shave.
It's a dangerous game of chicken, Brad.
Dangerous game.
It's a dangerous game of chicken.
Don't push me. Don't push me. All right. So what are we supposed to do here? Oh.
You tell me, Brad. Didn't we have this conversation yesterday? It's all about the Brad Show Live.
Yes.
We did this situation. I'm far away.
I have some news here in my hand.
What's happening?
Let's go to schmooze.
A schmooze?
A schmooze.
I'll schmooze with you.
Meanwhile, Paul Manafort, in all seriousness, Paul Manafort, what's going on with him? The defense rested today.
Yes.
His defense was no defense. He put on zero defense. The government had the accountant come on and say he was committing tax fraud.
Right.
He had his partner come on, say he was committing tax fraud.
Right.
They had emails and documents where he admitted he was committing tax fraud.
Right.
His defense was no defense. He did absolutely nothing. Now, that's sometimes common.
Okay.
Where you say, you know what, we're going to make the prosecution prove their case. Mm-hmm. Remember, you got to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. Mm-hmm. But I haven't watched, but from all accounts in the news, they've proven beyond a reasonable doubt.
Right. They brought literal receipts.
Right. So President Trump, he's getting a little crazy now with this Manafort thing. It seems like the walls are kind of closing in on him.
Yeah, no pun intended.
No pun intended. And now with this Omarosa.
Oh my God. Things are going crazy.
Now from firing her, she came out with the tape, and now he's coming out with the racist comments.
Of course.
He called her a dog.
Oh.
Okay, a lowlife. But, you know, when you call somebody a dog, especially a minority,
right?
You know, you're going back again to what is, in essence, racist comments.
Absolutely.
So Donald Trump tweeted this morning, when you give a crazed-crying lowlife a break and give her a job at the White House, I guess it just didn't work out. Good work by General Kelly for quickly firing that dog. Now, I want you to know, this is a woman that Donald Trump had on his show 3 different times, and then also brought her to the White House. So, okay, you hire somebody, you fire them, you hire them back, okay, twice.
Right.
You don't hire somebody back 4 times if this is how you truly thought about the person.
Right.
Correct?
Absolutely.
And on top of it all, he made 8 different tweets in 24 hours about Omarosa. If he wasn't concerned about what Omarosa is going to be saying about Donald Trump, then why would he be spending the President of the United States of America? Wouldn't he have better things to do than tweet 8 separate times over a 24-hour period about Omarosa? I mean, don't we have jobs to fill, peace to make, war to avert, bills to sign?
No, tweets about Omarosa.
Tweets about Omarosa, but 8 different times.
Racist, horrendous tweets about.
Well, one certainly, the one, for quickly firing the dog. And by the way, do you know who sent me that tweet originally this morning when I woke up?
Who?
Glamma.
Glamma.
Yeah, she sent me the tweet by Facebook. So she was the first one to send me that tweet.
Glamma with the breaking news.
Yeah, she broke the news to me. So, I don't know. Yo-Yo, what do you have to say about all that?
Hey!
Yo-Yo!
Yes.
I'm here.
You know what happened was Yo-Yo was wearing green before. He kind of melded right in,
So I had to go across the street to Zara and just get a silk shirt.
Get some silk shirt.
But man, oh man, does it look sharp?
No, but I think exactly that. Did you guys talk about how he called her a dog?
Yes.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's almost like when someone's lying and you catch them in a lie and they get so defensive. That's what I feel like. It's just like that.
Well, you know what? If he's the President of the United States, and he has to tweet 8 separate times about Omarosa in a 24-hour period, and that's what's on his mind, that's what's most pressing, then obviously you're hiding something.
Absolutely.
Then obviously you are hiding something. Now I will also say that obviously Omarosa is doing this all as part of publicity to sell her book.
Right.
But the facts are the facts. If there are tapes, there are tapes. The facts are he's calling a black woman a dog.
Yes.
This is the President of the United States of America.
Yes.
It's unacceptable.
Absolutely.
No matter what she did. You can say she was a bad employee. You can say she's a dishonest employee. There are dishonest black people, there are dishonest white people. But you don't, when you start calling people an animal, especially somebody who is a minority, a person of color, in any jury, you ask 99 out of 100 people, they would say that's a racist comment in America today. I don't think there's many people who would say it is not a racist comment.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right?
Absolutely. And that's the thing about this whole, like, is there a tape where he says the N-word or not? Why does that matter? Do we really need a tape of him saying the N-word to prove that the man is a racist?
Yeah, by the way, well, we know that.
Right.
But by the way, I'll tell you 2 things. Number one, okay, until Trump loses at the polls, this is what's going to happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay? There has to be a point
But
where...
when you say loses at the polls, didn't he lose at the polls, though?
No, well, he's the President of the United States.
But popular vote.
That's fine. But he is the President of the United States, and he is the first president who is able to bring with him a House of Representatives that is a majority Republican and a Senate that is majority Republican. Okay, Republicans haven't done it before Trump. Okay, so he brought them votes and he brought them the Congress.
Right.
Whether you like them or not, it's a fact of life.
Yep.
And politicians and especially Republicans, they are self-serving, and the Republicans are disgusting because they're not calling him out because they're more concerned about, they all know he's a racist. They all talk behind his back, trust me, and say he's a terrible person. Right. Okay? But until he stops delivering votes into Congress, into Senate, he goes and he campaigns for people in different primaries. When he goes and campaigns for them, they win.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people are more concerned about their own power and their own position in politics and their own position in Congress and whether they win an election or lose an election rather than talking the truth. Yeah. And the truth is, the man's a racist, he's a disgusting person, he's self-serving, he's self-dealing, and they're protecting what is in essence a criminal.
Yeah.
There's a reason why he hasn't shared his taxes for 20 years.
Right.
There's a reason why there is an investigation into Russian interference in the election, and even with a majority Republican Congress, they haven't ended it. Because they know where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yep.
So with this information coming out in Omarosa's book, once it does come out, what happens? Like
nothing.
Nothing happens.
Nothing will happen.
We just find out exactly what he's saying, but like there's no legal action that can happen.
There's no legal action to take. We'll find out he's a racist. We'll find out he's a terrible person. We all know he's a terrible person. But until the Democrats win, and hopefully it is in November, until they win and they get the Congress back and they show Republicans it is not smart to go back and stand behind this President of the United States, a man who equated Nazis with people who are peacefully, and some not, but certainly protesting against Nazis, a man who has denigrated every minority, every ethnic group, from here to California and back.
Exactly.
Okay, you're a loser. You're a dog. You're low IQ. You're low energy. Until somebody wins an election.
Yeah.
And gets the Democrats back in power, watch all of a sudden, when that happens, all of a sudden, everybody will go running from him.
Exactly.
All the politicians protecting him, they're going to protect Trump until he doesn't deliver an election.
Yep.
I'm hoping it's November.
God,
I am hoping. I am hoping.
It is. I pray it is.
All right. Meanwhile, back on the Omarosa front.
Yeah.
You know, he was quick. We have a quick videotape. Okay. He called Omarosa, what is this? A dog? She is a lowlife. I gave her a break, giving her a job at the White House. This is what he said about her 12 months ago. We don't seem to have it, but what he said is she's wonderful and amazing. Trust me.
Yeah. So
we don't have
Omarosa.
it. We don't have it. It's because the White House zapped our machine right before.
Right.
I wouldn't put it past him. All right. Meanwhile, this is crazy because Omarosa said in one of her excerpts of her book that Michael Cohen, Trump's attorney, wrote something out and squished it on a piece, and then Trump read it, squished it on a piece of paper, wrapped, and then ate it because it was so sensitive. It was like I wrote a little note to you. Okay, like I wrote a note to you. Okay, that was so top secret. You're like, Brad, I'm going to eat this, and she said Trump ate it. Now, what's funny about the whole entire thing, whether he did it or not, is Michael Cohen, came out and said Trump never did that. He tweeted that. And Trump retweeted Michael Cohen. He said, yeah, you see, he never said, Michael Cohen says I never did it. 2 weeks ago, Trump said Michael Cohen's never told the truth in his entire life.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
He called Trump a liar. Giuliani came out and said this guy's a liar.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Well, we all know that Trump is the type of person that he's a very convenient type of person, you know what I mean?
Yeah. The truth suits him when it suits him.
Right. That's insane.
Yes. Meanwhile, did you see what's going on in Paris right now?
No, what happened?
Huge going on in Paris right now. There's a big urination crisis in Paris.
What?
People are peeing all over the streets in Paris.
Really?
It's starting to smell like pee.
Okay.
All right.
It's legal.
No, it's not legal, but people are doing it. So the French capital has now come out with, I am not kidding, okay, outdoor urinals, and people in Paris are up in arms because men are walking down the street, pulling their pants down, and peeing in the outdoor urinals that don't have any sides or doors to them.
What?
This is right in front of the Notre Dame Cathedral.
Oh,
and people are actually
and you have a view of the, what is it, the river, what's the river that goes through Paris? The Seine River. As you're watching this beautiful river, you got to pee in the urinal.
I also love the name of it. It literally translates to Ura sidewalk, like urine sidewalk.
I just, you know what?
Wow.
That is public policy gone bad.
Yeah.
They're trying to avoid people peeing in
Look
the
at the
streets, so they
sign,
give them
though.
an open urinal to go pee in.
So what are the girls supposed to do?
That's the thing.
Squat.
I'm super sexist.
No, but there is. I don't know if you guys know. There is this little contraption where girls can put.
Would you go and if you had to?
put
Would
it
you go
down there and
squat
then
in there,
it could-
Kim?
I have seen that
seen
little
that?
she cup situation.
It's
you're
like a she
talking
cup
about.
where you could just put it, and they could go and use a male urinal.
Yeah.
I never heard that.
It is.
That's when you're really drunk.
No,
it's like a little contraption.
You need aim. It is when you are dead sober, but there is
Like you just put it down
the
there.
idea
and
of
it, like,
any public
squirts it out.
restrooms grosses you out.
Well, I guess it's for extreme hiking or skiing when there's no bathroom around, maybe.
Right, or if you're like really just going to be like at a music festival when you're just surrounded by gross bathrooms.
Have you ever used one?
Sitting. No.
Do you know anyone who's ever used one?
I do. I have
Do you think anyone in the Brad squad has ever used one?
There is no way you guys have used that little pee
Maybe
cup
they have.
for
I bet you
women.
there's at least one person in the Brad squad who used one.
Brad Squad, please tell us in the comments if anybody's willing to cop to
I don't know.
That's amazing. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this because it's true. It's kind of a cultural thing. We have this in Belgium too. Public urination just kind of isn't a huge deal.
But I guess in Paris, the women would walk around with this thing, and then I guess
I don't think it's. I think it's really for the men. I think that men just cannot seem to go.
But women can't hold it in either.
like,
why
that's
can
what
all
I'm
of a sudden a
saying.
woman hold it in, but a man can't?
We know how to be sensible, I guess. I don't know.
That's
We know how to
insane
hold
me.
our pee and
That's
so-
really insane to me
Yeah.
that like they would not have anything for
Okay,
women
so
to
here's
go
the question:
to.
would you use it? You're walking through Paris.
Listen,
you gotta go.
there are
Would you
certain
use it?
circumstances where you're a little inebriated, and I mean, you see it every night.
Right,
Especially
that's
out
what
here
I'm
in New
saying.
York. You see
Well,
people just
I
pull
would
it
say-
out and do it.
I
on
would
the
say
corner
this.
anyways.
I wouldn't even have to be drunk. If I have to go to the bathroom
really have
and
to
the
go.
choice is between going in my pants or going in the public urinal that's outdoor, guess what? Whoever wants to watch, they watch. You know, that's life.
Gather around,
gather
folks.
around. Take pictures, whatever you want. I'm going to the bathroom. but
Life's
quite
very
frankly,
own.
I don't know if I would want to live in a city where that's happening.
Yeah, but you live
Because
in a
it's
city
legal.
where people pee on the sidewalk.
But it's not
everywhere.
legal.
But it's not legal there. I mean,
No,
now
it is
that's
legal.
That's
legal there.
It's now
regulated.
legal. It's now legal.
I know.
Jeff said, Jeff Bosey said that he can't because he's bathroom shy.
He's bathroom shy.
Oh.
Yeah, Mark said, where depends when you go to those kinds of events. Yes, glamour. That's the most glamour answer.
No,
I've
I'm saying
ever heard.
if it's legal, you gotta go. I don't gotta be drunk. I'm going.
Exactly.
You know, like it's like in my apartment, for example. Okay, I mean, there's no building within sight of me.
Yeah.
But it's possible that somebody takes out their binoculars and stares into my apartment. I have no idea what people are doing 3 blocks down the street, and a lot of times I get undressed or whatever I'm doing, and the shades are open.
Uh-oh, don't tell the Brad squad
Yeah,
that.
I know. I'm
because
just telling you what it is.
They're
certain
chartering
members
helicopters
that
and
would like to
And
see
then
that.
I look out the window and I'm like, well, you know what? If they want to watch, by all means,
Look,
here we go.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, it is what it is.
That's where I'm at. Like with my neighbors, I don't care. Sorry, you have a very intimate portrait of Kim.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes.
I definitely don't care.
Enjoy the
either.
view. That's what I say.
Right, exactly.
Right.
The curtains are open.
So, all right. So that's that.
It's a good way to end the
So
schmoo.
that's that.
Public peeing and.
All right. So now we're going to get into something we call immigration questions. If you have your immigration questions, I'm going to give you your answers right now. I'm going to get you answers to some of your immigration questions that you may have. Call us right now, 1-800-529-5465. But before we do that, I do have to remind everybody to please share. Yonathan, I will not be shaving for a while.
I heard.
Okay, and so far we have 40 shares.
yeah,
Nobody's all right. And then Tamika is challenging me. She goes, if I keep going unshaven, I'm going to lose all my viewers. So she said, what's going to happen
Wow.
first? 700 shares and no views.
Wow, that's
She won up.
That's kind of bold.
She won up to me.
Yeah.
But I will not be shaving for a while.
And so now they're playing chicken.
Sheesh.
Some
Y'all play.
Brad's beard versus
It's a
Brad's
pissing
squad.
contest.
A real pissing contest. It is a real pissing contest.
Man.
All right, we should have done this from our trip to Paris.
Right. Dang.
By the way, I told everybody to please, if you click the yo-yo, if you click the the video, actual video on your mobile device, there's a little bell, and you can press the little bell on the top, in the right-hand corner, the right-hand side of the message, and that will get you to see us on Facebook first. Also, for YouTube, we're going to do pop-ups at any time. People will not know.
Right.
You never know when Brad After Hours will pop up. I said we may go down to Ma Dukes in Florida and just knock on her door at midnight and do a pop-up show. You never know. So please subscribe to YouTube, and the best way to subscribe to YouTube is you go to Brad Show on YouTube and subscribe. And we're going to do a pop-up show right after this show is over.
Awesome.
But please share with your friends and family. We're going to get to your immigration questions right now. 1-800-529-5465. We're going to go to Joy. Joy, how are you? Joy.
Hi.
How are you, Joy?
This is Joy.
What's up?
I'm good.
I'm good too.
Okay.
Okay.
My question is, if a child got his green card through VAWA along with his mother, how long will he have to wait to get his citizenship?
If he's over 18, 5 years. If he's under 18, he'll be a citizen when his mom naturalizes.
Okay. So it's 5 years he has to wait.
Right. So if he's over 18, he has to wait the 5. Only the mom can do the 3.
Okay. Got that.
All right?
Okay. Thank you.
She didn't like that answer, but that's how the law works. Let's go to Verna in Queens, New York. Verna.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, Verna.
My son came to this country about 1985. He came with a green card because I sponsored them, but he did not file for his citizenship. So recently he went to somebody and they told him that he will have a problem because he should have gone to the selective services. What do you have about that?
How old is he now?
Oh, he is about 931. He's about 40 odd.
He's 40 years old now?
Yeah, he's over 40.
And how long did he come to the United States? How long ago?
Very long, since 1985.
He won't have a problem, even though he didn't do selective service, because you have to be a person of good moral character for the last 5 years. And you can't do selective service after 26. So the only people who have problems filing their citizenship who didn't file for the selective service are those between the ages of 26 and 31, or 27 and 32. All right?
Thank you very much.
He'll be fine. But tell the truth, but he'll be fine.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Bye-bye.
All right. See what happens when you told the wrong thing? Yeah. I had a client come in today. Mm-hmm. He said he went across the street to another lawyer.
Yeah.
And the lawyer said, you know, he has a pending asylum case. And the lawyer said, he got married, and the lawyer said, okay, file the adjustment. And I said, well, that's bad advice. You got to withdraw the asylum first, or they're never going to approve the adjustment. You can't have an asylum. And he goes, that's what the other lawyer said. I said, well,
wow. So he would have just filed the adjustment and waited forever?
I said, you can test out my theory and let me know how it works out for you. I've seen it happen. I've been doing this for 25 years. All right. You got to get good advice. You got to get good advice. Let's go to Shakira in Kingston, Jamaica. Shakira. Shakira. Shakira, Shakira. Oh, well. Let's go to Damien in Chicago, Illinois.
Hey, Brad. How are you doing?
How are you?
Good. I got a quick question.
Yes.
When it's time to remove the conditions of the green card, does Immigration Service send you a notice in the mail?
They should, but they don't. You don't always get it, or it's not always sent. But they should. They're supposed to, but it doesn't always happen. You just have to know to do it.
So, my question to you is, my conditional green card expires on the 1st of March 2019. So would December 1st be the 90 days that I got to renew it? Because I want you guys to do it, but I want to know when.
Well, December 1st is 3 months before, but there are 31 days in December. There's 28 in February. You know, we would have to count, but I would say you should file it around December 7th. So that way you're definitely within the 90-day period. But yes.
Okay. So whether or not I receive the notice, I can just contact you and you'll get it taken care of.
Correct.
Okay, no problem.
Damien.
I listen to your show every day.
Now, thank you, I appreciate it. And if you want us to do it, don't hire us in December, hire us in November so we can have everything prepared for December.
No problem. No
right.
problem.
All right, thank you.
This is a life decision. I can't play with it.
Smart man, Damien. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Let's go to Natalia in Queens. Natalia.
Hello.
Excuse me. Hi, Natalia.
Hi, good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm good.
What's going on?
I'm just calling to find out if I wanted to petition for my immediate family, like my husband back in Nigeria, how long would the process usually take? Because actually recently went to apply for the visitor's visa, but he got denied. They told him to have his wife do the adjustment.
Are you a citizen?
Yes.
It'll take about 14 to 15 months. You can do. That's basically it. You're already married. You're married to him already?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why he didn't get the visitor's visa, because they think he has an intent to live in America. So you file for him, and it'll take about 14 to 15 months.
Okay, but filing also with financial hardship, does that make the process faster? Just you have to run the process.
You're not going to file for financial hardship, because if you have financial hardship, you can't. You're going to say you're below the poverty level. They'll never give him a green card because you can't support him here.
Excuse me?
Financial hardship, that's not a way to go for two reasons. One, they're not going to expedite it. That's not a reason to expedite. Number two, you start yelling financial hardship. You have a financial hardship. You need him to support you. They're never going to give him a green card because you have to prove you can support him, not the other way around.
Okay, no, I was just asking, like, my way around if that was the best way.
Best way is to get it filed as quickly as possible. The better way is to hire a lawyer so it's done right and get him here as quickly as possible.
Okay, you said within 15 to 16 months.
Correct, somewhere in there.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hold on if you need help. All right, 1-800-529-5465. We are going to be answering your immigration questions for about another 10 minutes or so. The only problem is I got no questions to answer. So I can talk about peeing on the streets in Paris. Mm-hmm. I can talk about Omarosa.
Yeah.
We can talk about Space Force. Or we can answer immigration questions. All right, so it's one of those four, Kim. All right, if given the choice between Space Force, peeing on the streets in Paris, all right, because we did Space Force yesterday. We said they're going to build a wall from Earth to Pluto to keep out all the illegal aliens from space.
Right.
The space aliens.
The space aliens.
Right. So, okay, so we can talk about that.
Yeah.
We can talk about peeing on the streets in Paris.
Yeah.
The female version of the, what is it, like a banana you stick on your, I don't even know what that is.
Looks like it. Let me.
Like no, you don't need to Google it. You don't need to Google and show me. I'm just talking about all the things we can be talking about. All right. we can talk about, all right, so. It's a cup with a hose.
Go girls.
Okay, it's not a banana.
Purchase one.
Look, it's not like
a hollow banana or something like.
It looks like a funnel.
Like a funnel.
It's like a funnel. I did purchase it. You did purchase it.
You did purchase one.
I forgot that I bought this, but I did buy this.
Maybe you should have it for the show, just in case you got to go during the show, because we are sitting here for 2.5 hours.
So what were you planning on using it for?
I was traveling through Southeast Asia. I was traveling through Southeast Asia for 6 weeks, having no idea what I was
thought what would have been very funny is I'm planning on a trip to Paris soon.
Right. That's going to be the new thing to say.
I thought you were going to say I'm planning on a trip to Paris soon.
Now I'll have it.
We could also talk about, what was the other thing? Oh, Omarosa. That's the other big thing in the news today.
Yeah.
Right?
You know, look, you got to give it to her. She did exactly what she wanted. She is being talked about. She's getting all these interviews. Like, her book is going to sell
I will tell you one thing she learned from Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, why they are very similar people, even though Donald Trump wouldn't admit it.
Yep.
They learned something very, very important about being successful, and the way that Trump and Omarosa says is the way to be successful is not feel good inside, not to have a loving family, not to be loved, not to have money or no money, although Trump is all about money.
Right.
But Trump's number one, and Omarosa's the same exact way, his number one thing about why I'm successful is because people are talking about me.
Yeah.
And to Trump and to Omarosa, and maybe I'm pronouncing her name wrong, just like I pronounced Suffolk wrong, to both of them, it doesn't matter why people are talking about them. Trump doesn't care whether people talk about him because he's a racist, because he's hated. He doesn't care about...
All press is good press to them.
Correct. And what Omarosa, it's the same way. You know, people don't like her. Okay, she's disliked.
And she ran with that.
And she ran with it. And she says, it doesn't matter whether I'm disliked, people are talking about me. And that's all that matters. And and if that's their definition of success, she learned it from Trump.
Yeah.
Because she was on his program, and she's running with it.
Yep.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, Space Force now. We're done with Omarosa.
No calls?
We have actually one call, but we should have a whole bunch of calls, and we will take your calls, 1-800. You know, we used to. I have no idea what happened to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Oh,
I used to have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson come by with a sign, and we had a little small
Maybe that's why
head.
you don't have any calls.
Maybe we don't have any calls because what happened to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson?
Right. This is season 2. Maybe that's why.
I think it's mostly because we hope that the building doesn't explode from all of the sexiness of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson coming in. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot to handle all that time, Brad. Well, look at that sexiness right there.
Jill just whispered in my ear, and I hope Paul's not watching. But she just whispered, Brad, you're sexy enough.
There it is. See?
All right. I didn't know. I was
too much sexy.
It was too much sexy.
There's a sexy threshold that you can't go past.
But
it just wouldn't be fair.
But we ruined
to
the whole thing
with
the pee conversation. The whole, you know.
Bring the sexy down a little.
We brought it down. Except if Donald Trump was watching. He was very excited about this entire conversation.
Have you ever seen Austin Powers?
Yes.
You know where he does his little, like, dance moves and all of the female robots' heads blow up?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what happens if we pass that sexy threshold.
The fembots.
The fembots.
All right, let's go to Kim in Washington, D.C. Kim.
Hello.
Hi, Kim. What can we do to answer your immigration question?
My husband had got arrested for domestic violence.
What?
And my husband I want to know, like, if he traveled outside the country, would they allow him back in? His case was dismissed. He had got arrested, but the case was dismissed.
What was he arrested for?
Domestic violence.
If you sure it was dismissed?
Yes.
100%. You have a letter saying case dismissed?
Yes.
If it's dismissed, then absolutely it's not a problem.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Let's go to Tanya in Brooklyn. Tanya.
Hi, good evening.
How you doing?
I'm good. I just called to ask you a question.
Yes.
Yes. I came to this country and I got married in April. But I don't put in my papers as yet.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because I just started it going. I go to a lawyer to hear what is the procedure and how I can go about it.
What is your question? So far I've heard
Yes,
tell me the question.
Yeah, I'm asking you if I have a problem to put in my papers.
All right. So you
I came here on a visa.
You came. What type of visa did you come here
on? B2.
When did you come to America?
Oh, it's 2 years now.
Have you ever been arrested for any reason?
No.
Was the name on your visa your name and your picture and your date of birth? No funny business on your visa?
No.
And you're married to a U.S. citizen, I assume?
Yes.
And you live with this man?
Yes, my husband.
He's your husband. Well, just because he's your husband doesn't mean you live with him, so I got to ask these questions. Do you have children with him?
No.
Has your
we
husband,
don't have
has
any
your
kids
husband
there.
ever been arrested for any reason?
No.
What does he? So it's just. Does he have children?
Yes.
How many children does he have?
4.
How old are they?
Oh,
adults,
the last one is the last one is 14, and one is like 22, 24.
All right, so he only has to
26.
basically, he's only legally responsible to support a 14-year-old. Everybody else is an adult.
Yes.
So basically, you're a family of 3. You're him.
Yes.
Him, you, and this 14-year-old. If he makes
Yes.
over $30,000 a year, you have no problems. You'll get a work permit, you'll get a green card, and you shouldn't have any problem whatsoever.
Okay, thank you very much.
I will say that plenty of people online are suggesting to you, Tanya, go to Brad. Now, you don't have to take their advice, but I would suggest you get a lawyer. And that way, just because you seem unsure and uncertain, I'll tell you what a good lawyer does. It gives you peace of mind. It allows you to sleep at night knowing everything's going to be fine.
Okay.
So hold on one second. Let's go to Mohammed in the Bronx. If I can get to Mohammed in the Bronx. Mohammed.
Yeah, hello?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Where are you from, Mohammed?
I'm from Bronx.
Where are you originally from?
I'm from Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast. Okay.
Yeah.
What is your question? I have a question for you at the end.
Okay.
Okay, all right, but you ask your question first.
Okay. My question is about my brother, okay?
Right.
His wife living here, and she was accepted as a refugee, okay, in 2012.
Right.
Now she has a green card, and she applied with him. So he went to the interview in Abidjan.
Uh-huh.
Like 4 years ago, they take his passport and they say they're gonna call him back, but they never called him back.
And the wife has asylum here in the United States?
Yeah.
And why? And he's just waiting there in, where did you say, Ivory Coast for 4 years?
Yeah, he went. He went to the embassy in Ivory Coast for the interview,
right,
for the visa.
And then he never heard back anything.
No, they take his passport. They say they're gonna call him back, but they never call him back. It's been like 4 years now.
Was he married to his wife before she got her asylum?
Yes.
All right. So
she applied for him.
I don't know what happened, but what needs to happen is somebody needs to speak to somebody in the higher ups at the U.S. Embassy and see why he didn't get his visa. A lot of times, what happens is the embassy says, we sent him a letter and he never gets it. Now, whether or not the embassy actually sent it out, whether or not he actually got it, whether, in many countries you don't get letters that are mailed to you, I have no idea. But generally what happens is when you go and the embassy says, you'll hear from them, they always make the claim, we sent a letter, we never heard from him, so we closed out the case. Now, it's very possible they sent the letter, he didn't get it. It's also very possible they never sent a letter and they're just covering their ass. I don't know. But someone needs to contact the embassy to see what's going on, because other than that, he's going to wait forever.
Yeah, because he went there like many times. They told him like they sent his case back to United States.
Right.
So he have to wait.
Why did they send it back to the United States?
I don't know.
All right, so we need to get involved and figure it out. I don't know the answer, but we'll figure it out. That I can assure.
Okay.
All right. Now, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Okay, and I don't want you to be insulted in any way, but it's actually happening in my family right now, and maybe you can, it's true. Okay, maybe you can help me, but I don't want you to be, don't take this the wrong way, because I honestly don't know the answer. Okay?
Okay.
All right, and only because your name is Muhammad, and it's really a debate about Muhammad. Not the name Muhammad, not the Prophet Muhammad. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So, when I went to Morocco, Christmas time, and we had a guide, and the guide told me that if ever you don't know the name of a man in Marrakesh when you're walking around, it's a nice gesture to call him, instead of saying, hey, mister, you call him, hey, Muhammad, even though his name may or may not be Muhammad. So I said, oh, very nice, good to know. I didn't know that. I never heard that before. My daughter is now in Jordan. She's visiting Jordan. and she's in the desert in Jordan with some of the family, and she's with another guide, and his name is Muhammad. And she was just in Morocco with me Christmas, and now she's with my ex-wife in Jordan. And she calls me up and she says, Dad, I just told the guide, you know, what we learned in Morocco, and he was all insulted. He says, no, you don't call anyone Muhammad here unless that's their name. You would be, you know, insulting them. So then I said, well, maybe it depends on country to country. I said, next time I bump into a Muhammad, I'm going to ask them, you know. And now I didn't bump into you, but I'm asking you. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you have to understand something.
Right.
In any Muslim family, especially in Africa, in Middle East, we have a Muhammad because it's a prophet name.
Right, I understand
so
that.
in any family, you're going to see, like, somebody going to call his son, like, Muhammad.
Right.
So Muhammad is a very common name, you know, in Muslim world.
So it's just basically taking a guess that almost anybody would be named Muhammad.
Oh, no, everybody is not named Muhammad. So the better thing is asking the question, what's your name, is better.
Better than just calling him Muhammad.
Right. Yeah, but you can, you probably going to find a lot of Muhammad in any family. Like, even in my country, in the Muslim side, you're going to see Muhammad in any family.
So I guess the guide was not telling me the truth, unless this is a special thing about Marrakesh that everyone likes to be called, that everyone's Muhammad in Marrakesh.
Yeah.
Maybe he wanted to see me get beat up. Hey, Muhammad, and then, you know.
Yeah, because if you call somebody Muhammad,
his name's not Muhammad, right? But he said to me, like, Muhammad's like calling someone Mister.
I wish if I could call my younger brother right now who works for Obama. They went to Morocco, and I could ask him, but like that doesn't.
That's what the guide in Morocco told me.
It just doesn't sound right.
My daughter heard it too, so it's not like we.
No.
I think they were playing.
Yeah, it could also depend on the country. That's what Jill is whispering in my ear.
Right. Could depend on customs, even just the region within a country.
Maybe.
Could be.
But thank you very much, Muhammad.
Thanks,
I hope I helped you and you helped me because I'm really trying to understand. And but tell your, is this your friend's wife or your relative's wife? Who is this?
No, it's my brother's wife.
Your brother's wife. You come in and see me, and we'll get to the bottom of it. All right, and thank you very much for trying to sort that out.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay, Kim has a question.
No, Coco in the comments has helped us as well.
Coco
said that's true, but only in certain countries. It depends. This is mostly true in Middle Eastern countries like Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Kuwait, etc.
So it depends on the it's country specific.
So it is country specific.
It's country specific.
Killed it.
That's not like that in Eritrea or Ethiopia.
No, so if you called someone Muhammad, they would think you would be and you would be insulting the prophet, maybe, I guess. I don't know.
I'm not sure, but that's just not.
That doesn't sound right.
No, not in Eritrea or Ethiopia.
Well, I just had that conversation about 3 hours before the show, so I'm like, I don't know the answer.
That's crazy.
I said, but next time I bump into somebody from that area, I will ask. And
there you go.
Thanks, Coco.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Jeff wants to know if he can call Kim Muhammad.
No, because you know my name. And even if we were in one of those countries where it means Mister, I still don't want you to call me Muhammad.
Yes.
A nice is fine. Yeah. Your Highness can be also fine. Queen, totally fine. Your Majesty.
We don't want to say the words we want to call Jeff, right? We'll save that for Brad after show, right? After hours. All right. So we're done with our calls here.
What?
We are done.
That's okay.
We are done.
They're asking in social media.
They're asking a lot of social media?
Crazy, yeah.
Cray? It's going cray?
Did you just say cray?
Cray.
You said cray.
Who taught you that?
What? Oh, I've been saying cray for a while now.
Oh.
What if you started cray?
I did not start cray.
Are you sure?
No, I did not.
I'm about to say, because I don't even say cray.
Why?
I do say cray.
I say cray.
No, that's good.
Yeah, it's cray.
Yeah, you probably started it.
I may have.
I'm telling you started.
I don't know if I started cray, but sometimes you say that's cray. Maybe I started that one.
No.
Three crays don't sound right.
Do y'all know who started bling bling?
Who started Lisa?
No. You know what bling bling is?
Yeah.
Like bling?
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Lil Wayne.
Really?
Lil Wayne started bling.
Yeah, with the song bling bling. Every time I come around your city, bling bling.
Oh my God, that's what started that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Hip hop knowledge for y'all.
Thank you, Lil Wayne.
All right, let's go to Jerome in Atlanta, Georgia, and then we're going to go to social media. How's that?
Fantabulous.
All right. Jerome, how are you?
Hello, good afternoon. How are you doing, guys?
What's going on?
My name is Jerome, and I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and I have a question. I'm from Haiti, and I have the TPS, and I come over here in 2006, and I got married with my wife, but she's not a citizen yet, but she have a residence card.
Did you marry her after she got her green card or before she got her green card?
I married her before, when she got it. That's when I married her. It's been like, yeah.
Okay. So has she filed a visa petition for you?
No. When I come here, I come in with a visa.
Okay.
I come over here with a visa.
Did your wife file an I-130 visa petition for you?
No.
All right. When will she be eligible for citizenship?
What happened is that she had a felony. She's supposed to renew to get her citizen card, but she couldn't do it because she have a felony. So the lawyer.
She needs to file an I-130 for you immediately.
Okay.
All right.
So.
And then we can talk about whether she's eligible for her citizenship or not with the felony. But she should certainly be filing an I-130 visa petition for you, get you on a waiting list for a green card, which is 2 years. You shouldn't be waiting any longer. Your TPS, they're going to expire your TPS at Christmas.
I appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
All right. Hold on 1 second. You need help. Okay, hold on. Let's go to Tony in Brooklyn. Tony.
Hi, how are you, sir?
How are you?
Good to get. I just had a quick question. Like, I came here like 5 years ago, and I applied for asylum. And last year on July, I was supposed to have my court date, but they transferred the judge that I had somewhere else. And since then, they didn't assign me a new judge, saying like they're short on staff, they don't have enough judges. I just wanted to know your opinion about that.
They don't have enough judges. They're short of staff. There's people sitting in jail for months waiting for a court date. They can't even get a court date right now because Trump is arresting people and scheduling people for deportation. They just don't have the resources and the judges to actually have hearings. So unfortunately, that's where you're at. If you have an extraordinarily strong case for asylum, you may want to come in and talk to us about it to see what we can do to try to speed things up for you. If your case is you're better off, why push something that you may lose?
Yeah, I understand.
Where are you from?
I'm from Albania.
You're from Albania. Okay, so Albanians have a lot of asylum cases coming from there. Hold on, you may want to come in and talk to us about it, and we'll see what we can do to help. All right, it's worth a conversation. Hold on. All right, 62 shares. I'm going to tell you something. I would start shorting Gillette stock.
Dang, because it's like a close shave today.
Yeah,
like, it's like a clean shave.
Short Gillette.
And we're not going to get none of that no more.
Short Gillette. The stock's going to tank after
can I
stop shaving
too?
You said what?
Do you know how long it takes to shave your legs?
That's, Kim, that's your own.
That's your prerogative.
That's your own prerogative.
That's not a share game?
I'm not going to, that's a little TMI.
You going to leave the armpit hairs?
I couldn't.
All right, so let's go to something we call social media check-in.
Oh, we don't have the graphics. All right.
Social media check-in.
All right, so our first one comes from Sheila. She says, good day. I have filed my I-485 since November 2017. I'm awaiting an interview. Can I travel within the states during the pending status?
Yes.
Also, my B2 visa is still valid.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, you say?
I said yes.
Yes. Janine said, hey, Brad, if you don't have a joint bank account with your wife or tax returns together, is that going to be a problem if you're removing the conditions from your green card?
The answer is yes, because you have to show you have a joint economic relationship. And the easiest way to show a joint economic relationship is you do your joint taxes together. You're responsible for the debt of the marriage. And the fact that you're not responsible jointly indicates to the government that you are not in a bona fide marriage. I would be fixing those taxes immediately.
All right, the next one is from Chris. He says, my mom filed for me back in 2012, October 10th. Just wanted to find out how long I have to wait from now.
About another year and a half.
Ooh, coming up close.
Solomon says, does a restraining order against you impact the removal of conditions on an I-751 divorce waiver?
It should not. If anything, it would help if the restraining order is by your ex-wife, because then it would indicate that it's a real marriage. People in business marriages generally don't get restraining orders against one another.
And then his follow-up to that is, and once your I-751 is denied and the NTA is issued for the divorce waiver and immigration proceedings are a year away, do you get temporary I-551 stamps in your passport indicating workers' rights?
Yes.
All right. Our friend Kool-Aid, we just don't know the flavor.
We don't know. It's grape.
That's because it's your favorite.
It's my favorite.
I think it's red.
He's been watching the last few days, Kool-Aid.
Yeah, we like Kool-Aid.
We like Kool-Aid. I just like the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is on YouTube. Can an arriving alien adjust status in immigration court?
Yes. As a matter of fact, people who were found inadmissible and ordered deported at the border but were somehow paroled into the United States and then were ordered deported after can still adjust without even having to go back to a judge with a waiver.
Natalie on YouTube said, if a joint sponsor is married to his spouse, do they need to file a I-864A, or would a joint sponsor spouse do the I-864A and if a job letter is needed for the joint sponsor?
What?
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, ask that one more time.
So if a joint sponsor is married, does his spouse need to file the I-64A?
Ah, I understand. Okay. So somebody is getting a green card.
Yeah.
And they're being petitioned for.
Yeah.
And they don't make enough money.
Yes.
So then they ask somebody else to be a joint sponsor.
Yes.
And then the question is, what about the joint sponsor's spouse? What do? The joint sponsor spouse would file an I-864A. And you would combine both the spouse's income and the second affidavit of supports income.
And is a job letter needed for that?
If yes, they're combining income, you would need a letter both from the wife and the husband.
And do they need to be notarized?
It would be preferable, but if not, dated on letterhead would be good too.
I'm so sorry, you guys.
What?
I'm over here reading a comment from Marge Higgs talking about, Kim, get a lighted candle and move the flame along your legs to burn the hair off.
Nobody wants to see hairy Kim. That would be the fastest way to zero viewers.
She said it takes a longer time to grow back until they stop coming back. So
Glenn,
Kim,
did you just say to set myself on fire? Not worth it. I'll take the hairy legs.
What is it? Emoliating or something like that.
Yeah, like spontaneous.
Yeah, it's when the monk sets himself on fire to protest himself.
No, I won't. I would rather get a razor.
Can you imagine if that happened and then you emulation and then you like set yourself on fire? We're like, yes, Kim was protesting Donald Trump.
Right. Protesting her leg hair.
Yes, her leg hair.
What if I have to call out one day to be like, Brad, I tried to shave my legs with a lighter and it didn't work and I can't be at work because I'm at the hospital with third-degree burns on my legs.
But that's where we'll do the pop-up show.
Right.
That's where the pop-up. You never know where the pop-up shows from Kim's bedside.
Sheesh.
You have to light yourself on fire. By the way, Acid Lindo wants to know why I look so dapper today. Was I in court? You can't go to court looking like this. The judge will throw you out. You got to wear.
Really?
Yeah, you can't wear a pink shirt like this in court. Judge would throw you out. You got to wear a tie. You got to be conservative. This is summer. Summer, Acid.
I think.
I feel like I have a frat brother who's very dapper, but like super kind of just like eccentric with his clothing. I feel like he like straddles the fence. Like he probably just goes just to the point where he wouldn't get kicked out. But he looks really like three-piece suit and like, you know what I mean?
I have a question. When did you graduate college? How long ago?
Undergrad or my master's?
Undergrad.
Undergrad, 2008.
Like a decade ago.
Yeah, and then but
when did they stop being your frat brother? At what point?
No, in black frats.
They never.
I don't know how it is with all the other frats, but I know there's a lot of the white frats that once you graduate, like you're done.
Yeah, well, it depends. It's like brother for life.
Yeah, it's tatted on us. Like we go through different, like a very, very sacred ceremony that like bonds us for life.
Forever.
Yeah.
Do you guys do tats or brands?
They do both, but we do more tats.
I think branding would be a little
you do that
cruel.
for cattle.
Listen,
yeah, that would be a little over the top.
The Omega brand at my
Omega's
school was
usually brand.
I've only seen the Omega as a brand, and that was a status symbol. Like that is
they
an
all
elite.
brand.
Yeah.
Where did you go undergrad? North Carolina?
Yeah, University of North Carolina.
Were you in a sorority?
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you have to shave to get into a sorority.
That's not my bag. It's not.
Not my bag.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not my.
All right,
what else we got?
I have one from Coco Al. So Brad, what's your opinion regarding immigrants not being able to get citizenship if they take public benefits? This is a good question.
My opinion?
Yes, your opinion.
I think once you're living here and the United States allowed you to come here, you should be entitled to get whatever any American citizen gets.
So what do you advise if they do need it? And
don't starve to death. Don't avoid medical treatment. Okay, your life is more important. You're not going to die on the street of starvation. You're not going to die on the street because you can't get medical aid.
But if that happens, then they cannot become citizens.
So what? They still have a green card. They're living here for life.
But would that be just within the Trump term, or is
I'm sure it would just be Trump term anyway, and it's going to be in so much litigation for so many years. Who knows if it'll ever happen?
Right. Okay. Thank you.
I actually also have an opinion question.
Uh-huh.
Issa would like to know, what would you say to people, how do you respond to people who say that undocumented immigrants take American jobs? I have a coworker who's talking about this, and I know that she's wrong, but I don't know how to respond to her.
Most immigrants are taking jobs Americans don't want or don't want to do. When you go and get sponsored for a green card through employment, one of the things you have to do is prove you're not taking a job away from an American worker. I don't have the statistics right in front of me, but by and large, every economic statistic indicates that immigrants overall are a bonus for America in terms of getting tax dollars, in terms of economic output. There are instances where an immigrant would take a job that maybe an American would take in an individual instance. There is also an individual instance, I'm sure somewhere there, where an immigrant committed a crime against an American. But overall, in the macroeconomic cycle, every economist for the last 50 years has said that immigration has benefited America. America would not be where we are today without immigration. I don't have the statistics in front of me, but I will be happy to pull them up and share them with you in a day or two. America would not have Google without immigration. America would not have Intel without immigration.
Absolutely.
Tesla. I don't know. We can go on and on and on and on and on.
Job creation.
Job creation.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. So there's more immigrants who have created jobs than have taken jobs away from an American. That's the point I am trying to make.
And
so make sure you say that to your coworker.
Next time she starts running off at the mouth.
Right. And I'm sure that there's always somewhere, like Donald Trump pulls up 4 people, their relatives got killed by an immigrant, therefore every immigrant's a murderer and a rapist. You could always find one example somewhere. Yeah, well, you know what? My friend lost her job at the plant to an immigrant from wherever.
Right.
I'm sure it happened.
Right.
But overall, immigration has made America what it is. America would not be the #1 economy in the world without immigration. We would not be the #1 strongest superpower in the world without immigration. Immigrants made America. They made America 100 years ago. They made America 50 years ago, and they're still making America today.
And they will make it in the future as well.
Absolutely.
All right.
Natalie,
but you can always pull up one person. This person took a job.
Yeah. All right, we have one from Natalie Ash on YouTube. Is it true after September 11th, USCIS will not send out RFE?
That's what they say.
Okay, so that's instead they will be deny.
Correct. That's why that is why you need a good lawyer. You will not get second chances.
Man.
That's
so much for good customer service.
And also, just thinking about how many questions we get every day.
And then they're going to take your money, and then you won't get a refund on it.
Because it's denied, right?
Denied.
So guys, I'm not even gonna let him say it, but I feel like that one example you gave earlier is the best example. You have to get a good lawyer. You might as well just go over here and just call him and come and get that consultation. Because the scary thing is, you put your trust in a lawyer, you know what I mean? So for that guy to have gone and he said just filed the application without, for the asylum, and you put your trust into this person, and that was the wrong advice.
Yeah, happens all the time.
Yeah.
Y'all.
What's an RFE? That's a request for further evidence. So when you submit an application to immigration and you didn't submit it properly, there's an error. You didn't submit all the documents. You're missing something.
Which could be so easy.
Whatever it is, they will send you back what's called an RFE. It's a request for further evidence. They'll say, you're missing this, you're missing that, you're missing this document, this form, whatever it is you're missing, and they'll give you an opportunity to correct it. They will not give you an opportunity to correct it anymore. If it's done incorrectly, you don't have all the documents, they're going to keep your money and just deny you and say, try again.
Wow.
And we get so many questions that have, I just got an RFE.
Correct.
And now those people are just going to be, I just got denied.
I just got denied.
Sheesh.
Dennis,
and you know what I'm going to say? Come see a lawyer.
Come see a lawyer, where you should have done the first time around.
So you'd be
now
paying
you've wasted
more.
your money.
You'd basically be paying double.
Right, because you waste your money on the filing fee. If you hire a lawyer,
66 shares.
What is that?
Do they
want Caveman Brad?
They're getting him tomorrow.
Like James Harden Brad? Is that what we're trying to get to?
They will get him tomorrow.
Y'all. Right. I don't want.
You know that. Remember. Not only am I not going to shave, I'm not going to cut my fingernails. Remember that guy with the long. They needed the.
Now you're gonna wipe your butt.
Yeah, I'm gonna wipe my butt. Don't worry about that. That's uncomfortable. But and the guy needed the sander to.
Yeah. That electric.
Do we have a picture of that guy, or Jill's gonna say no? We don't do pictures here anymore.
That's disgusting.
There's no pictures. There's no video.
Not until.
Not forever.
We do have questions.
We have questions.
A lot.
Dennis says, does USCIS send you a notice when it's time to remove the conditions off your green card?
No. They're supposed to, but they used to years ago, but maybe they still do. I haven't seen them in a while.
I feel like that would be far too nice of USCIS.
Right. J.J. Clark.
J.J. Clark.
Amen.
Hey.
Dynamite. All right. What?
I don't think that's him, though, right?
No, it's not. What's it mean when you receive a notice from USCIS stating that your I-485 application was transferred to another office for processing?
It means your application was transferred to another office for processing. They moved it from one office to the other. Usually it's from the main office to the local office to schedule you for an interview.
Strap yourself in, Brad. Carcouche.
Put your seatbelt on.
Carcouche. Put your seatbelt on. It's a long one. Carcouche said, February of 2018 was the 2-year mark since my friend got her temporary conditional green card. She applied for her permanent around November, December of last year and got a response saying that she would get the permanent in about a year. But then she got another letter this week saying that it's going to take 18 months from the time they received her application. Her question is, since October this year will be 3 years since she actually married her U.S. citizen husband, can she just go ahead and apply for her citizenship instead of waiting for the permanent green card?
You can apply for your citizenship 3 years from the date you got your conditional green card, which would be January 2019.
Yep.
Okay.
Correct.
But when you do it, you better be prepared at your interview to show that you are in a real bona fide marriage with your spouse and ready for your citizenship. It will be a very tough interview, but you can absolutely do it under regulations.
All right, Amanda Newell says, hey, Brad, I would like to know how far they are with the VAWA cases now.
They're taking 18 months.
Shanae says, I'm an au pair from South Africa on a J1 visa, and I'm getting married soon. What do I do after I get married? Do I get a lawyer? Do I go back to South Africa? How does that work?
You get a lawyer, you stay here, you get your green card here. You go back to South Africa with your green card as a happy woman to visit family.
All right. Elangwe.
Well, you did that very well.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks. Hello, I'm going to file an adjustment of status after marrying a U.S. citizen. I came on a B2 visa. My wife is based in Atlanta, but I am in Maryland now because of medical treatments, which I am following up here at Georgetown Hospital. Will it be a problem if I file with an address different from my wife's address, or do I really have to use her address too in Atlanta?
You got to be living together, and the fact that you're not is problematic. I understand you have a medical condition. I would prefer to see you wait until you resolve your medical condition and you and your spouse are living together, unless you're going to be moving in with her in the next few weeks. Immigration, they have blinders on like horses. Now, we just talked about before, we don't like to call anybody an animal, and I'm not calling anyone who works in immigration animal. I'm just trying to give you the picture.
Right.
You know, like how a horse has blinders on?
Yeah, you don't see
they
anything
can't,
but the front.
No peripherals.
Correct, no peripheral.
Right.
So they are trained. Do you live together? You don't live together, this is not a good marriage. 99 out of 100 times, that's what's going to happen.
Natalie wants to know, if someone had a false social security number back in the day, but then stopped using it within 6 months of getting it, is that going to affect their green card now that they're putting in for it?
If you used a false social security number.
Somebody. They ain't say it's them.
Then you got,
they smart with that.
Hypothetically, if one would.
It's called a crime.
Right.
And yeah, if you commit a crime, you got a problem.
Yes.
Yikes. All right, Joy Palmer says, I have an AOS package pending with USCIS. Recently, my mail is being tampered with. Can I ask USCIS to send my mail to another address, a mailing address, although I still live at the physical address on file? Will adding this mailing address cause an issue, raise any red flags with USCIS?
Well, if you change your address, that's an issue because you're still living there. What you can do is you can ask them for a mailing address, get a P.O. box at the local UPS or whatever local mail store. Just buy a mailbox for $10 a month and say this is my mailing address, but I'm still physically living. I wouldn't change your address to your friend's address and then it's going to start asking questions.
Right. That's good.
Charmaine said, what if you changed accounts and you already submitted your old bank statements for your filing? Are you going to have any problems?
Well, at the interview, you have new accounts. You're allowed to switch banks.
Right.
Right? Like, for instance, I wouldn't be at Bank of America anymore.
Right. They ask for your
citizenship.
Proof of citizenship.
Right.
Ridiculous.
Sheila says, can I travel outside the U.S. without the parole document?
You can definitely travel outside the U.S. without a parole document, but you'll never be allowed back in. Ooh. So if you want to be allowed back in, get the parole document.
Dane said, when USCIS sends you a letter for more info to finish your case, after they receive all of the extra information, about how long is it going to take to hear from them?
I don't know at what stage this was. This was at the beginning stage where you got an RFE. This was after your interview. I'm not sure what stage you were at.
He got a letter, but we don't know. Yeah, we're not sure. Okay.
All right, so we're going to go two more.
Perfect.
Take your two best.
Okay.
All right, Antonio.
Antonio.
Yes, YouTube.
Yes.
How long does it take to process an I-601 and an I-212 waiver?
Those are two separate waivers. The I-212 depends where you are, first of all. Okay, so an I-212 is to return after a prior order of deportation. You're generally doing that outside of the United States. That would be filed in the U.S. Your I-601 is done after your interview. Each one of those should take about 6 months.
Salman has two more follow-up questions.
Which was his question before?
He was talking about, I believe, filing with the divorce decree.
I'm not sure, but I'll try to remember. I'll try to remember what his questions were.
I don't think they're too related.
Okay.
So Salman says, if ICE or TSA at airports ask you about your extension along with your expired CR1 green card and the extension hasn't arrived yet, what are you supposed to show?
You can't show anything till the extension comes, but if you need something and you have proof that they cashed your check, go down to immigration, get a stamp in your passport.
And then again, same thing about this 9/11, the September 11th, where they're going to start denying instead of sending RFEs. He said, how is that going to end up impacting divorce waiver cases when for a divorce decree there's going to be no RFE to establish waiver eligibility?
It's going to be a problem. It'd be interesting to see if they give you time to provide the divorce.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right. So with that, Yonathan,
Yes, sir.
I know, I'm not sure when you went. It was about a month ago.
Yes.
You went to the Go Africa Festival in Harlem. What was that about?
So it's basically just almost like the Caribbean Jerk Festival that I went to, but this is an African festival. So it's a lot of, but the dope thing about it was there were still, you know, Caribbean influences as well, because I mean, we all know that African Caribbean, you know, that all the history shows. So it was a lot of performances, a lot of people there just enjoying life, and it was fun. It was a fun thing.
All right, let's watch. Let's watch. That's not it!
What's good, Brad Squad? It's your boy Yonathan Elias here in Harlem at the annual Go Africa Harlem Street Festival. This festival celebrates African, African-American, and Caribbean cultures from all parts of the world. There are going to be 3 stages full of dancing and musical performances, and also master chefs on 8 grills cooking up some African, Caribbean, and American cuisines. Smells good over here, and I'm ready to eat. The street fair is presented by Go Africa Incorporated, which focuses on development, culture, education, and trade initiatives for Africa. You already know I got to support this 100% because of my Eritrean and Nigerian roots. Now let's go talk to some people and see why this festival is important to them, and also check out the festivities. You already know I had to come and represent, come prepared. Woo, woo! What made you guys come here today for the African Festival?
To come see Harlem, see our people, see what's going on, to see the different culture, the food, and the different things they're selling to support the community.
I live in the area, and I think what they're doing here is special and something we need and something we should support. Particularly when we are able to be reminded of our history and our culture.
I'm here representing my business, Anointed Touch Cookies, and I thought that this would be a perfect opportunity to introduce actually what I do.
I actually met a lot of nice people today, and it was good to like add them. Social media is a big thing, so I have Instagram names, and so anything I want to like get into, I feel like I already have that connection, so it's cool.
Me and my brothers are selling our candles.
Nice. So I hear that you actually make these.
Yes.
Wow, we got a young entrepreneur here. That's awesome. How'd you get into that?
The candles in the store have petroleum in them, and petroleum's in gas in your cars, and our candles are all soy, all natural, and we mix all the fragrance through the candles so you can smell out through the whole candle.
So you have different flavors?
Yes. And also in 8 stores nationwide, 3 in DC, 2 in California, 1 in Chicago, and 2 in the Midwest.
Wow.
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Anointed Touch Cookie, at Michelle Dean at Anointed Touch Cookies.
There you go. Y'all order them and get anointed.
Given what's happening today among African Americans, we need to reinforce what our ancestors have done. Most important, I don't understand why there's a major uproar when a cop shoots a black man, but black men are killing black men every day, and we don't say anything collectively.
Yeah.
And at some point, we need to hold each other accountable about how we treat each other.
Yeah, that's so true. So have you tried any of the food yet?
I have. I tried a lady, her food down there. She's from the Caribbean island.
Oh, nice.
So we had rice and peas, jerk chicken.
How was it?
It was awesome. It was awesome. And that's another thing. Come out, and the food is so authentic. It's almost like it's straight from the island itself.
Speaking of food, I see you had some of the corn. How was it?
It was really good.
It was? It was it. I see. Look at that. She ain't playing. So have you tried any of the food yet?
Absolutely, I did.
Ooh, so what was your favorite dish?
I like the codfish cakes. They were good.
Ooh, that just sounded good. You saying it. Say that one more time.
Codfish cakes.
Ooh. Are you excited to see some of the performances?
Yes.
Are you going to actually stay and watch them?
Yes.
Have you done any type of African dancing before?
No.
No? It's actually kind of fun. You should try it.
I can't wait.
You gonna be dancing out there?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Why do you think it's important for festivals like this to happen, to represent culture?
To support the local businesses, things you probably want to hear about other than McDonald's, the mainstream places. The different things that are probably homemade or homemade cooked or sewn together to support the community to grow the revenue for the area.
It's very important because it teaches other people about different cultures and everybody can come together. There's no problem. It's one love.
This is America, and I think festivals like this has a certain cohesiveness about it. It blends different cultures, different races together, and it exposes the people to things that they never even knew, like different food, different clothing, different, traditions, I should say.
A lot of people are uneducated about, different cultures, and I feel like to give them that opportunity to share, like, such great things, great flavors of food, dress, even you today. You look
I like your shasta.
Thank you. See,
we both represent it.
Exactly. So I'm just to give people that little flavor, give them the opportunity to be a part of the culture because we're all one at the end of the day. So I think it's really important to just be able to bring everyone together, and it's very peaceful. Like nothing, this is like it's great that we have so many people just together doing what they do and just enjoying.
Good vibes.
Yeah.
To help our culture.
Yeah, because it's still our culture, right?
So my grandson, preteen and teen, can have a better understanding while they're sitting in the classroom what they're being taught. That there's history, there are accomplishments that oftentimes are not articulated, and they should be able to challenge that in the classroom.
Do you have an immigration story?
I personally don't have an immigration story, but I've worked with people in my department at my employment that were kind of concerned about it. And this immigration, I should say, dilemma has affected all walks of life. I work in a hospital, so it affects some nurses, some doctors, and then people who actually clean and just they just want to contribute to America, and they feel that their livelihood is in jeopardy.
So I'm one of the original product of immigration through slavery. Grandparents are immigrants from Japan on one side and from Jamaica on the other side.
I have a lot of friends from different places. They're all citizens, but they all know someone that is fighting to come into America.
So I feel like this right here kind of helps, everybody come together, and it teaches them about,
because what you hear on the news and everything, what you see on the news and sending people back, and that is just so unfair, and that's not really what America is about, you know what I mean? So here, this event today is almost like a melting pot. Everyone is here, all different cultures and everything, and just showing the love, you know what I mean?
Do you have like an immigration story, whether it's from your own or like a friend?
Well, since we're in Houston, Texas, we all contributed. We all need to come here together. We all make a difference. We all learn from one another. We just have to love and respect one another. That's all we have to do.
Well, there y'all have it. That was the Go Africa Harlem Street Festival. Amazing time. As you can see, I got my food, got some rice and peas, platanos, and jerk chicken. I hope that you guys enjoyed. You guys have to check this out next year. Back at the studio.
The tax fraud case against former Trump candidate. How come you always get to do all the eating ones?
Yes, I want to know that too.
How do you get the eating ones?
Yeah.
Every time there's eating involved, they said yo-yo.
Yeah.
I bribed
Every time
Joe.
there's eating, it's like, oh, we're gonna do a shoot with food and eating.
Right.
Said yo-yo.
How about we save send the curvy, chonky girl who's actually going to eat up all of that food in the festival. Curvy, chonky girl reporting for duty.
Let me see. What do you have there?
What's your mic?
This, yes. Yes. One of those days.
Is your mic off?
My mic has no battery.
Oh, man.
Hold on, I got you.
Testing.
No, but it was fun. Well, you guys could talk to me for now.
Testing.
It was a lot of fun. The food was great. Yes, I did try.
Batteries?
There's no batteries anywhere.
So, yeah. There's a lot going on today, as you can see. You know what I mean?
Kim's going
Hey, live
for a
TV.
hot
This is
second.
why I'm telling you, live TV is always the best. It's supposed to happen. This is, get this. Look at them. Right. Get that.
We had a meeting earlier. We had a meeting earlier. We said, you know what would be great if somebody puts dead batteries in my microphone, and I'll pretend that I didn't know that it was going to happen.
That little groundhog Sam.
Yes, that's Sam.
That's Sam.
We're okay now.
Are your levels good though?
Yeah, you're all good. I'm all good. I'm all good. I am all good. It's what happens on live television,
And yes,
right?
you guys do have to baptize me in the Jamaican culture.
I know
as
what
well.
happened. I started questioning you on why you got the food stuff, and then all of a sudden,
I hit up Sam. I like just you know sent him a little DM. I was like, yo, hook me up right now. Unplug his mic.
Control him like, which one is Brad?
But if you notice, Sam got his face in before.
You saw that?
Yes.
Yeah, he's
all over.
He wants y'all to know he's working.
When I said, okay, we're going to go to the Africa event, and then all of a sudden Sam's face came up for 5 seconds. You knew Sam did that, right?
Of course. Of course.
All right, let's go to Kim, Dale. Is it Dale City, Virginia? Kim in Dale City, Virginia?
Hi.
Hi, Kim. How are you?
Fine, thank you. I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm on a 2-year conditional green card.
Right.
And my son, he's here on a visitor's visa, but he doesn't want to go back to Jamaica. So I'm wondering if I can adjust his status. He's on a B1, B2 visa.
How long has he been here?
2 weeks.
Okay, and your spouse will file for him?
No.
No?
I have to do it. No.
No. Then if you're on a 2-year conditional, he won't be able. He'll end up overstaying his time here. So I would suggest what you do is, why don't you hold on? Let's make a consultation. We'll figure out all the options, okay? Because you're not a citizen yet. Hold on 1 second. All right. So with that, Kim, I want to say 2 more things. Okay, the pop-up show.
Yeah.
We have a pop-up show.
We do.
Okay, and we're already zany today, right?
We are.
A bit zany.
A little bit zany.
All right, so the pop-up show is going to start in about 8 minutes from now.
Okay.
Maybe 9 minutes from now.
Who knows?
Possibly 10.
Okay.
We may just do it from another place.
It may take us 15.
Maybe we'll go somewhere and do it from
wherever we are.
Wherever we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We can do that too.
We can. We have power of phones.
Right, because you know we're supposed to go out after this.
We are.
Yes.
Hypothetically.
Right?
Yes.
So we can do 2. Oh yeah, we can do it from our phones. Oh yes, we can. Yeah. We can do Brad After Hours from wherever we are. We just have phone, we'll travel. We don't need to be in the studio here. But the only way to watch Brad After Hours is to subscribe to YouTube. So we may pop up in YouTube in 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. I don't know. We got to decide.
I say what they need to do right now. We're going to put the link down, and you guys, right now, click on that link and subscribe so you can get that notification. So everybody who hasn't clicked that link, do it right now.
By the way, Lisa Bling-Rose, she caught me.
What'd she say?
I was thirsty. It's one of those days. I went to pick up my mug.
And nothing was in there?
There was nothing in it. I look at it like this.
She caught you?
And she caught me. I look at it like this, and I'm like, yeah, nothing in there. All right.
And the camera was on you?
And the camera was on me. I didn't realize. And Lisa Bling-Rose says, you guys, Brad, look at his mug, and it's empty, and he puts it down back.
I need to see that.
Oh, my God. I didn't even realize I was on the camera when I did it.
That's fantastic. I have drank out of an empty mug a couple of times because I noticed it halfway through.
But you don't want to look like an idiot like I just did.
Exactly.
Right. I just look like a complete idiot, right? I went to do it. I'm like,
I've done it before, but I pretended because I saw the camera.
Exactly. I just drink out of the empty. I'm like, someone's going to come out like, Kim looks like she's drinking out of an empty mug.
Someone's got to give me media lessons. All right. Comments of the day.
Okay. Our very first one is from Marsha Whitaker. Because Marsha said, I had a great day today. Wow, I got a hug from someone special, and it's no other than Kimmy Kim.
Where were you hugging Marsha Whitaker?
We were hugging in the lobby.
Very nice.
I was literally coming back from grabbing a bag of chips, and she was like, Like,
and she's like, you're all that in a bag of chips.
Kim. Like, she wasn't even going to say anything. She goes,
You're all that in a bag of chips, as they
all
say.
that and a bag of Himalayan salt chips. We have another one from Dawn Harriet. And when we were talking about Yonathan's frats and your frat brothers, Dawn said, "You're a good guy, Yonathan. Your mom must be really proud of you."
Oh, thank you.
Aww.
She is, actually.
Is she?
She is.
Wow, that was Bob screeching to a halt.
Thank you, Don Harriet.
But Yo-Yo is a good guy.
I try to.
You
I
are
try
a
to
very good
represent
guy.
for my family.
You are a very good guy.
Thank
And
you.
then finally, we've got one from Carol Anderson, the tiger, who said, "Brad, I love to watch you in lawyer mode. You are so smooth with the people. You're really great at what you do. You pick the right profession. You help individuals so much."
Yeah.
Everyone had nice.
You guys are so nice today.
Why is everyone's so nice today?
How are we going to be able to get out of that studio door right there?
Heads all big. Look.
No. Go sideways like the panda.
All right, so everybody who's watching right now, go to Brad Show Live on YouTube. In about 10 minutes, we're gonna shut this thing down, and we're gonna come back to you in 10 minutes. We're gonna do Brad Show after hours for about 15, 20 minutes, like what we did yesterday. It's fun. It's different. We're much cooler and casual than this is our. Imagine if this is our serious show.
Yeah.
What after hours is like, right?
Yeah. We had to put the age restriction on it
Yes,
today.
there's an age restriction on 21.
It's 21 plus.
Right, put the kids to bed.
Yeah.
Right.
Pour yourself a glass of wine.
We'll see you in 10 minutes. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything